Welcome back. We are in discussion on the fetish we all have for that yellow metal. Well, now is an interesting part. Diltaj, if I ask you, when you go buy your gold, how are you so sure what you've bought? The purity.
Well, I'm not sure, to be very honest.
I mean, does that bother you? Or you just go buy it because it's gold and I'll buy it?
Well, I give it a thought, but I pick up the piece if I like it, and then I just come to terms with it.
Does the same thing apply with you, or do you actually find out, am I buying something, because how jewelry is bought is, this is my jeweler, I always go to this person, I bought it, so the trust factor comes in like that.
Yeah, there's faith, lot of faith in it. And then you've heard over the years from your parents
yes,
that we bought your jewelry from here, and other jewelers don't even take it back. You have to go back to the same jeweler to return it or exchange it,
Yeah.
So that also is a binding sometimes.
Yeah. And maybe your trust is with that one particular jeweler you've always dealt with. Is that?
For a bigger piece, I'll definitely go to a person my parents have been going to, my grandparents have been going
to. Where you're going to spend
but if I like something which is going with my dress or something my daughter likes, I just pick it up.
They are the delight for the shopkeepers, these kind of consumers, because they are just going by what they like, and they like it, and it is the value is okay for them, they will go and pick it up. A person like me would be a pain, I would say. I would be a very conscientious, especially when I'm buying gold or diamonds.
So what do you do?
I would like to go for something which is very hallmarked, and I know the people and even the diamond quality. I would like to discuss it 3 times with these people, exactly what I'm getting and why is it good and why is this not better than the other one, and then go and pay for it. As far as the rest of the cosmetic jewelry, I mean, yes, that is a different thing. I'll go and pick it up, okay, just because I like it. And impulse buying, yes, I would go ahead and
do that. How does it work? When customers come to you, are they constantly wondering whether they're buying the correct one?
I would what ma'am was saying just now. When we are selling a piece of jewelry, we have 2 choices. Either to earn 2 to 4% from man, or to earn 30 to 40% from man. And I think we would be into that bent of mind, earning 30 to 40%, because she's a ready case which can be misguided very well.
Yeah.
Today, let's be very, very clear. The Government of India has already formulated the scheme of hallmarking. Let us not even buy a nose pin which has not been tested in a laboratory.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tomorrow you're not going to get anything back for it tomorrow. As she said it, this is exactly the persona people have, that to give the jewelry back, you have to go back to the same person.
Sure.
That is because if he sold you bad quality jewelry, he's not going to, no one else is going to take it back. Let's understand one thing now. If you buy a piece of jewelry which is for 40 grams, first let us see, do we have 40 grams of gold tomorrow? Tomorrow, if you need our money back, you should have 40 grams of gold with us. If someone saying 40 grams gives us 20 grams or 25 grams of gold, then we are into deep trouble. We'll have to go back to the same person who sold us a piece of jewelry.
Right.
And it's within our rights. As ma'am says it here, okay, like a piece of jewelry, tell them we like this piece of jewelry, but please sir, get it hallmarked for us. We would not buy it if it is not hallmarked. Hallmarking, the system is absolutely clear. I think Government of India is trying its best to explain to the public what hallmarking is. Hallmarking is, I'll tell you briefly, is a set of 5 stamps which are put on a piece of jewelry. The first stamp on a piece of jewelry is the Bureau of Indian Standard mark, the triangle mark. The second is the purity it has tested.
Okay.
So under the conditions of testing, what has it tested? 916 is 22 carats, 750 is
This is what we really need to tell people, because they don't understand what 22, 23, 24 carats.
Has it ever crossed your mind that, of course when you're buying it, you'll know what carat you bought?
Yeah, sure. But I've noticed advertisements in newspapers, but nobody's given us the kind of details that you're giving. I've read these numbers, 9, whatever you said.
That is because I'm a 100% hallmark store. My license on a Pan India is #1. So that I'm very clear with the system. We would not sell any piece of jewelry which has not gone through a testing process. And we do it for you, not for our own self, for your satisfaction, that yes, a third person has tested it and the jewelry is perfectly all right, we can safely buy it.
Because the gold, again, you're buying for investment. So tomorrow you want to go and resell it. When it's melted down, at least you should have your purity in place. But other than that, Diltaj, if you bought a lot,
I'd like to correct you there. When I'm buying a piece of jewelry, with the grace of God, I hope I'm not buying it as an investment or to sell it.
That's why I said, if it's not for that,
I'm buying it for here and now, and I'm going to.
Then why gold? Then it could be anything else.
Yeah, then I'd rather buy a
Exactly.
biscuit. Then I'm not going to buy a piece of jewelry. When it's a piece of jewelry, it's something I want to wear, I want to flash, I like the design, it's going with my clothes.
Again, my point is, if it is a piece of jewelry as a piece of jewelry, why is it always in gold? Why not anything else? Why not any other cosmetic jewelry that you see?
Because I like wearing pure things.
That's a contradiction actually.
That is a contradiction.
actually.
No, she's saying that why do I only gold, but I've seen you wearing silver.
Yeah, but silver is pure as well. You know, I'm talking about nothing that's cosmetic or that's.
Then find out if it's pure or
The
not.
base for all of the jewelry majorly has to be gold. So gold will always be there, whether we are having, yes, it has to be there. We can just
Does gold actually give you that
ratios.
prosperity
Factor.
Yeah, you know that I can go and buy it. I mean, you know, it's gold, and I don't want to go and buy something else. Even if
Why not?
when
When you put in that kind of money, it's you know that it's. I mean,
at least it's worth
it's for
something.
a lifetime
It's worth
and
something.
whatever, and it's something you can pass on. It's not like
right.
your other piece of jewelry which you'll trash after 4 years, 5 years. And anyway, it never lasts, the other stuff.
The designs don't last
Then the
somehow.
same thing comes on. If you want to pass on jewelry,
Yes, then
don't
it
you
should
make
be-
sure that you're passing on good jewelry?
Exactly. That's why
So
the
then you will
hallmark.
have to get into the hallmark and right.
If I want to have the best of everything, I want the cake and cherries and eat it too. So I might as well have the design, I like it, I have value for money, and I have purity. So if I can get all of this,
Remember, more choices in good jewelry.
Yes.
If anyone is doing absolutely right and proper gold, he can give you more choice of
Exactly,
jewelry.
and now that
it's
is-
not that the certain designs
Yeah,
cannot be made in
Made.
proper gold.
And that's why I said gold is not going to ever die down. The sheen is never going to go. It is just the designs they need to evolve. And if they can just do, and they have been doing that. They just, the designing changes, and you can wear it with all kinds of clothes, and you can give it different. You have rhodium polish, you have different gems along with
But
it.
Ginny,
So
how safe do you feel with wearing your jewelry and just going out?
how safe can you be otherwise also? So if something bad has to happen, it will happen either way. But yes, it's all right.
I mean,
You cannot stop living because of it. Then you'll be all wearing jewelry made of vegetables and
No,
things
but
like that.
would it make you a little? Would you feel a little vulnerable that I've got a little bit of?
A little careful, yes. I'll have to be a bit cautious too. Agreed. But then we have to live it.
But then you don't wear such
Yes,
huge
such
stuff and
exorbitant
go
stuff and
for
on every
shopping.
day.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
You hear of chain snatchers. Somebody's going for a morning walk wearing a chain. I mean, you hear
That
it
is being
constantly.
cautious. Do not wear a great gold chain and go for a morning walk. I mean, that's sensible.
Yeah, I
Which
go for
is
a walk
everyone.
every evening, and I walk
And-
during light hours, but I never wear a piece of jewelry.
Because that is being
have to be
sensible.
careful.
That's being
So,
sensible.
so again, I mean,
Yes, you have to be
You
a
have
little
to be.
careful.
yeah.
Even for silver, for that matter. If I was wearing like this and going for a walk, I'm surely going to be
Mugged. Totally.
Yeah, you can't tempt
Yeah.
people.
Okay. Anil, now getting back to how gold has actually increased three times in the last few years, I would say. I mean, it's really, or maybe in the last 1 year, it has really been increasing. Has your perception to the business changed?
No, see, if it was not increasing, we would not be debating here.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Yeah,
Just because everyone has a feeling, if I buy it today, that it is going to be much higher tomorrow. That is the reason we people are pushed into a jewelry store. And when we talk, as we're talking of jewelry, any jewelry for that matter, gold is a base. You take diamond jewelry, gold is a base. You take gold jewelry, gold is a base.
But do you know, at the way gold is now,
Yeah.
do you, the way you viewed your business, say a little while ago, few years ago, and now the way you look at it, is there a change?
No,
Just
there's-
because the way gold has gone up?
No. I think our disposable incomes in India, as pointed earlier, are growing at such a massive pace. I think another 20 years down the line, we are going to be one of the strongest economies in this world. And the amount of money we are going to generate, and we are already generating. So the ladies need a place to spend their money, and we give them that space.
money.
Absolutely.
So in the end, would you say it's just all about prosperity? I mean, you see cricketers, they love their gold chains.
Yeah.
You'll see the
film
singers,
stars.
everyone. I mean, there has to be that gold chain. You put on television, gold is advertised again and again. So is it prosperity? More to do with anything else? If gold was not so prosperous, yes, we would not be debating, and you wouldn't be buying it.
True. I think it is.
I think
It is a
It
status
plays a
symbol.
very important role
And it's
in
very
our
important
psyche,
for
of course,
Indians,
that it
yes.
does. And you know,
Very much
may
so.
I just point another point? Because I'm an astrologer too here, I think it has got a big sense of astrology associated with it. Gold is related with the planet Jupiter. Jupiter in our country or all of the oriental countries is considered a very pious planet. Brihaspati. Okay, it leads to the wisdom, the growth, the spirituality. So every time we talk about gold, we want on a body, on a human body, we say you should be wearing gold. It is considered very auspicious in the upper portion of the body. And in India, especially the women, when we are talking about all married women, husbands will always be denoted by, signified by the planet Jupiter. So we always say, women, why we always say you should be wearing gold bangles once you're married? Because it enhances that particular quality in the person. It gives you growth, wisdom.
That's an interesting perspective.
And that is one perspective.
Very quickly also I want you to answer this. You know, certain gemstones which you would recommend, you'll say in gold and in silver.
Yes.
Why in silver and gold then?
See, some of them are very hot by tehseer when we say. It will increase the fire in content of the body or the anger content. So we say we have to balance those qualities, harmonize it. So therefore we will say, okay, with this particular stone you prefer silver, and with these particular stones you prefer gold. And there's another reason. Planets have been divided into two basic compartments, right? You have Saturn, Mercury and Venus, which are considered one malefic or one aspect, western point. And Jupiter, Sun and Mars fall into one aspect.
So one is
So
gold
yes,
and the other
they are the group, right? They're friendly group. So whenever we are talking about wearing yellow sapphire, or we are talking about Moonga, or we are talking about ruby, we will always say wear it in gold, because they are friendly planets together. They help each other. And whenever we are talking about diamonds, we will always say white gold or platinum, or when we are talking about emerald,
maybe.
yes, and a pearl, because pearl we basically are wearing it for cooling down.
Okay, before I digress
It's
further into astronomy, I'm going to wrap up very quickly. Kamal, very quickly. So in the end, you would still say, in spite of silver being there, gold rules, and that'll always be.
Good, I think, will always rule, but I'm very pleased that silver is doing very well.
But there's room for others
Because, yeah, there's room for jewelry, there's room for stuff, suits, you know, people just, women.
Yes.
Women exploring their
Well,
money.
we've had a very
men
interesting
and-
debate, and I'll have to leave it at this. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
Well, in spite of the standoff on decision of the finance minister to levy duty on gold imports, we, it seems, won't be able to let go of our fetish for gold. Be it for style, fashion or an investment, the bottom line is that gold means prosperity, and as long as that stays, yellow metal will never lose its sheen. That's what we have for Prime. Thank you for watching.